Hi all, we are in Ajijic today. I have been wanting to load up this video. It's been quite a bit of work in the making, but we are finally here, ready to share this video with you. I'm starting in the vehicle because I really want you guys to get a good look at the town outside of just the most important spots that people usually tend to show in their videos. So this is a road that goes from, like a little freeway that goes from Chapala into Ajijic, that goes around the main road, and then comes kind of into the middle of Ajijic. So we can see here a little bit of what the town looks like on the roads, and then we'll also go to the Malecon and the Plaza. So just as we come down here, you can see there's a Walmart, an AutoZone. Around the corner here, there's a Domino's Pizza. So lots of name brands that we're used to seeing. So this is the main road into town that goes all the way from Chapala and then down past San Juan Cosola, Jocotepec, obviously goes all the way through Ajijic. Nice paved road. You can see some of the houses on the side. You can see there on the right they've made a bike lane specifically for walking or riding your bike, and this goes all the way through Ajijic. It also goes down into Chapala and all the way down to Jocotepec as well. And you can see some of the houses on the sides of the road. These are the houses that are right on the road, but there's also, as like you can see right there, private communities with gates where you can rent houses if you want to be off the road and in a more closed community. This road is one of the widest spots of the road, and you'll see as we get into town the road gets a little bit more narrow. So we can see on both sides of the road are the houses. Right here, this isn't very business oriented. This is mostly residential. Ajijic is not very wide because it ends at the lake, and there's a hill, a mountain that butts up against it. So both sides of the road, you've got houses. People love to come here because their money goes a lot further, especially if you bring dollars or euros. And you can find right now, this is 2023, so rent's starting around $600 a month and going on up from there depending on location, obviously, and size of the house. Another really nice thing about Ajijic is it has a lot of culinary diversity because of the foreigners, and so you can get a lot of interesting foods that maybe in other parts of Mexico you wouldn't be able to get from different parts of the world, like German, Italian, vegan, vegetarian, that maybe aren't as popular in different parts of Mexico. So as we're kind of getting into town here, you see there's a movie theater on our left, banks, paint stores, liquor stores. The nice thing about Ajijic, although it's a relatively small town in Mexico, it has a little bit of everything because of the foreign population here. So people bring stuff from Guadalajara, like from Costco. So if you don't want to go all the way into Guadalajara to get things from Costco, they have several stores here that bring stuff that you don't need a membership to get. And there's just a lot more diversity of things that you can find here, even though it's a small town. We see that the road is getting less wide as we get into town. Over here to the left is a bank that deals with foreigners and foreign currency. And as we get into town, the one thing about Ajijic is that this is the only road in and out. Because of the mountains and the lake on both sides of it, you really only have this one access. So there are times when it can get kind of crowded, times of the day when there's traffic. That makes the bike lane so much nicer because if you can ride your bike or walk around, that's really great because it's really not very long and it's not very wide. So you'll see a lot as we go around, a lot of people walking around or riding their bikes because it just makes it so much more convenient to avoid the traffic. So we'll now get off the main drag and go down one of these side roads so you can kind of see all the side roads are cobblestone. So that was the one paved road. And we'll go down, you get a good idea of what the roads look like. They're all well kept, but they are narrow. This one isn't too bad, but you can see even at that, it only allows one side of parking and then only one car to get through. And that's pretty typical of the roads here in Ajijic. The town has really grown up and it really can't go anywhere. And so as a result, it just kind of compacts in on itself. Even still, it is a beautiful, quiet, peaceful little town where people just love to come either for 6 months out of the year, retire here, or come here to work from home. So we'll get a really good look at this as we drive down to the boardwalk. So this is a pretty typical road. As you can see, it's very narrow. So if you are bringing a vehicle into Ajijic and you want to live here, I would definitely say that for parking and getting around in general, a smaller vehicle is usually much more convenient. So we're here now at the boardwalk, and it's obviously a beautiful day. And if we talk about maybe one of the reasons why Ajijic has one of the most, if not the biggest, community of foreigners, I definitely think this is one of the reasons. It has one of the most even climates here, Jalisco. What is of the central part of the country? Because obviously north is more desert, hot, and then south gets more cold in the winter and then obviously has humid heat. Here, Jalisco, although it gets warm, it's not for very long, and it's a dry heat, so you don't have the sweating. And when it gets cold, maybe goes down to the 50s, maybe high 40s, but that's only a couple days out of the year. And so it makes it ideal for outdoor activities. You know, anybody who doesn't want to be cooped up in the house because of bad weather, this is a great place to come. You can pretty much find this weather almost any day. And if you watch any of my other videos of Guadalajara and the areas around it, you'll see that that's true. Right now we're in October and it's about 10:30 in the morning, 11. And this will just be how the day is all day today and tomorrow and the day after. You can pretty much expect the sun to come out every day. And it almost feels like you're at the beach without having the heat and the humidity of the beach. But unfortunately, some people have asked, and yes, the lake is not safe to swim in, which is why you'll not see in any of the other videos that I have of areas around the lake like Chapala or Jocotepec, you'll not see anybody swimming in the lake because it is pretty contaminated. It doesn't have a smell to it, which is nice. It has a kind of a green tinge to it today that you can see. But other than that, it still looks beautiful. I imagine when it was perfectly clean, it was much prettier. But even yet, it is a beautiful views that we get today. And this boardwalk is just a really great place, and you'll see as we walk along it, It's a really great place for people to get in their exercise in the morning. So they come here early in the morning, walk all the way down and out, and can walk around Ajijic, because like I said, it's not a very big town, and just get their morning workout in and see each other, because it's a pretty small community when you're talking about foreigners. I would also say maybe one of the other reasons, or some of the other reasons why this is such a popular place for people to live, either full-time because they're retired or work from home, or 6 months out of the year, is because it has a great proximity to Guadalajara, which is about 45 minutes from here. And Guadalajara has a lot of good medical care centers with a specialist that can help you with whatever medical issues you have. There's usually no trouble getting prescription medicine. And so those are really nice things. You're not like far away from a big city, but you also don't feel like you're in a big city. And it's also really close to the airport. It's a big international airport with flights coming in and out of everywhere. So that makes it really nice too. We're about 30 minutes from the airport. And so I think those are some reasons why Ajijic is a really comfortable place to live, to retire in, and makes it really comfortable for foreigners to come. Also, people here love the foreigners, and so they really try to bend over backwards to translate everything into English so it's easy to see, easy to understand. They try to speak English to you, and that makes it nice for the English speakers. Obviously, I think the majority who come speak English, at least some. There are obviously other languages that are spoken, but English is the most catered to. And so, like I said, they'll bring stuff from Costco for them. They'll deliver to the houses pretty much all of the restaurants. And it just makes it a really nice place to live, really calm, really laid back, and just enjoy life. So let me know if you visited Ajijic. Maybe you live here. Maybe you live here 6 months out of the year or full time. Please let me know in the comments what you think about it, or if you're interested in coming to live here. You can put any comments or questions that you have down below, and I'd be happy to answer them if I know. And let me know what you think of this tour of Ajijic as we continue to look around this town and see what's so great about it that has so many people coming to stay here from other parts of the world. So that's about it for the boardwalk here. We've gone from one end almost to the other. It still goes on a little bit further, but this is basically it. So now let's go to the plaza where there's lots of good cafes and we can see what the happenings are down there. So here we are at the cultural center right in the middle of Ajijic at the plaza, and it has different activities all year round. So you can see here what the October events are, and right now we're kind of in for a different scene at the plaza today because we've got an art auction, local art auction going on to raise money for one of the events that they're going to be having here. And so we'll kind of see here what art they're auctioning off. They're going to do that today around 4 p.m. And they said that there will be tequila available. So there you go. And I think that's, again, another thing that brings foreigners to Ajijic. Activities for the foreign community. This activity in particular is specifically for the foreigners. And although the watercolors and acrylics and prints that you'll see are from both local foreign artists as well as national artists, it's all in English and it's meant to cater to the foreigners so that they'll come down and have a good time this evening, have some tequila, auction off some arts. So we'll walk around the plaza and then hit up the art section side of it as we head back. So here we go. We can kind of get an idea of how big Ajijic is. You can see it's not very wide. The gray is the main road. And then you've got a little square there of you are here. And you can see that if you like to walk, this is a great place to walk around because it's not big. And this map shows you kind of where you are in relation to everything and shows you how to get around to where you want to go. And also down at the bottom has different places, kind of like you were in a mall, and it'll show you where the different restaurants are, different activities and things. So that's kind of nice, so that if you're walking around on foot or on bike, you can know where you want to go from here. Here around the plaza are quite a few cafes where they sell coffee and snacks and things. And it's a big place for foreigners to get together and come down and drink their coffee and mingle together. Because like I said, it's a pretty small community when you're talking about the foreigners. And so they get to know each other. They frequent the same places. You'll typically see them sitting together, chatting and enjoying each other's company, so they don't have to be stuck inside, enjoying coffee here. They have coffee like in the States, which is not the same as coffee that's like in Mexico. And so it really caters to the foreigners. And that's really nice because it's makes you kind of feel like a home away from home, where you can have the commodities, but you're still getting the best of living in a foreign country. And here's the artists that have brought their arts to auction off. Today at 4, they're going to do the art auction apparently. And like I said, they're offering free tequila for anyone who wants to come and bid on any of these local art pieces.
How do we get it? We have to cut it out of the no. Yes, in the shade.
Here is a restaurant that has also coffee as well in the mornings and breakfasts, but lunches and dinners. We'll get a look here at the menu. Although the menu is in English, the prices are in pesos. So right now the peso exchange rate is around $17 pesos for a dollar, I'm sorry. So you can kind of get an idea of what things cost. Now we'll head out of town as if we were going towards Chapala. Earlier we were heading like if we were going towards Jocotepec. And we'll kind of get an idea of some of the businesses and things that Ajijic has to offer on this main road. Again, this is like from where the Walmart is, now heading the other direction, as if we would end at the Walmart and go to the left. And we'll get a kind of an idea of what it looks like heading towards Chapala. So again, we really hope you enjoyed this video. I really wanted to try to make it informative without being just totally boring. Please let me know in the comments if I was successful, if any of the information that I gave you was useful, what other information you might like. This is heading out of town now. We're almost into Chapala. Let me know if you visited here. If you're interested in knowing what Chapala is like, you're welcome to see my Chapala video and my videos. I also have a video on Jocotepec because as Ajijic gets crowded and maybe a little bit more expensive, a lot of foreigners tend to take to the other little towns around. They're maybe a little bit quieter, a little less crowded, a little less traffic. Kind of all just depends on what you're looking for in your life. But please let me know if this video is helpful. If you can give it a thumbs up, that's really helpful to me to get my videos out there so other people can see them and benefit from them. Share with your friends if you think that this is something that they'd like to see. And please leave us a comment below so we can continue to do better videos, and join us for more videos in different parts of Mexico as we go on tours of different places.